the power play is the big story there. Just how crucial is it for you to get that going? What do you have to change in that regard?
Yeah, it has to. It wasn't good the last game. They've had stretches over the last few where they need to be better. I think they all know that. And at the situation we're in, we need them to be difference makers for us. So I know they're going to be much better tonight.
Is it an execution thing?
A little bit of execution and a little bit of pace, in my opinion. You know, I think they were a little bit slow with moving the puck around. They're holding on to it a little bit too long, so it's about moving the puck quick. And then sometimes, as we talked about earlier in the year, just simplifying and getting it to the net much quicker than we were trying to.
There's a lot of people that might look at Zane and say that's his specialty and they want him in the lineup. How do you manage that and, frankly, like the hype around him?
I don't have to manage that right now. Zane's been here for a pregame skate. This is his second pregame skate. He's gonna play games and he's gonna have a long career. But we want to make sure he's in the position where he's ready to roll. For one, understand how we play the game, and two, make sure he's comfortable too. So all that comes into play. He's going to play. He's going to have a nice long career, but he's been around us for 2 days.
That's like explained anything, but this team is leading the league in overtime losses. Has that been a recurring issue throughout the season?
The overtime losses? Well, when we're leading the league, it probably is. You look at our team a little bit. I think some nights structurally we're fine. I think some nights the pace catches us a little bit at times. With that, we're in games. When you're in that many overtime games like we have been this year, we do a lot of things right to get ourselves there. And I think at times it's maybe managing it a little bit better, the puck in certain situations that we have, to not put ourselves in a situation where we're chasing people up the ice.
You guys have done a really good job turning the page, win or lose this season. What's allowed you to do that?
Leadership group. I mean, when things are over, they're over. And there's no point, especially now, of hey, you take lessons from every game you play, but there's no point in going back and looking at it. It's about what's in front of you and making sure you're excited and prepared for Minnesota tonight. That's what matters for us.
What challenges do the Wild present?
A lot. They've got some new players in their lineup. I think they play a very fast game. I think they play a hard game. They have a lot of bigger bodies on that side. They're physical players, and they have a good skill set on that team as well. So they're a difficult team in a lot of different ways.
This might be the biggest game in this building, Ryan, in a few years. Like, we've asked you, Tom, do you get a vibe around the city that the Dome will be loud and the hype is there too?
I feel like the Dome's been loud all year long. Like we talked about this with that Vancouver game a little while ago, that the hype around the city is there. I do feel like our fans have been amazing this year, and then every game that we've needed a push, we've got it from them. There's been some nights in this building that it's been playoff-like, the atmosphere, and I wouldn't expect anything different with this game tonight.
I imagine it's entirely positive, but for Dustin, a young guy, I mean, he's got huge games, high intensity, high stakes games right now. What's that? How has he handled it as a younger guy?
I think he's handled it really well. I mean, that's why we keep going back to him. Like he's much like our team. He's the best I've seen at moving on when we don't get a result, or if he doesn't get a win. He's the best I've seen. He just turns the page very quickly and he looks forward to his next one. So I think he's handled it very well.
For Dustin, for Matt, for any young player, how important are playing these types of games for development?
See, we answered that question a little while ago too. I'm like, these types of games. These types of games are in November as well. You look at it, the game in November is just as important in a 3-2 game to make sure we finish as it is now. Now the stakes are, of course, people look at it and we've got zero runway left to play with. But you want them to learn how to prepare and treat every game like it's the most important game of the year. That's the biggest message for me. And you go into the year wanting to play playoff hockey, not wanting to play games at this time of year, if you know what I'm kind of getting at. So great lessons for all these guys, but I want them to think of every game from game 1 to game 82 as the most important game of the year.